Good morning. My name is Andrew. I'm a wireless consultant and I have a particular issue with Cisco Mobility Express version 8.6.101.0. We've got a Cisco AeroNet 2802i access point configured in Mobility Express. We need to use this for a survey, which is a survey on a stick type approach. So an independent AP on a tripod with a PoE 80 battery pack powering up, and the engineers use Air Magnet Survey Pro or Ekahau to do the physical surveys. The survey engineers have reported that the access point radios reset every 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes for about 3 to 4 seconds, and then they re-enable and they can carry on surveying. Excuse me. The problem we have is with Survey Pro, when the radio drops and the engineers do not notice this, they get a white space within the air magnet maps, so it looks like they haven't covered the area where they have. So it's a little bit awkward to try and work out what it's doing. So what I'm going to do is do a demonstration of what we've done, how we've configured this all up. So the software version is here, 8.6. If we look at the physical AP, so I've got one in this mode at the moment, 2802i. It's pre-configured on 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. We've set minimum data rates. We've disabled the A211B rates. The radios are functioning. We can log into them. They tend to be fine. No real issues. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to load up Analyzer Pro, which is from Air Magnet Wi-Fi Analyzer. I'm going to use the Proxim USB card so I can do this test. And then what we're going to do is do a real-time trace of the actual physical AP signal, and we can then show you the actual drop and what's happening. So what I'm going to do, just to make it a little bit easier, I'm going to filter out all of the other SSIDs. I'm just going to use one I've applied. So we've got one radio at the moment. It's 2802i. It's basically connected. We've got a neg 37 dBm signal strength. So pretty good. So the AP is almost near the adapter, so we're getting good solid strength. If we go to the Wi-Fi tools and go into site survey mode, we can connect to this physical AP. So when we click start, there is an association that takes place. So we're actually associated to the 2.4 radio. We've got a signal strength between 40 and 52 dBm. We've got the BSSID MAC address, which is correct. We're connected to that SSID. We've got 130 megabit speed. The radio is set to 20 megahertz, so we're getting about 130, which is about right. We can see signal strength bar, we're about neg 39, noise level slightly low, but I've got a very busy office with about 7 APs broadcasting, so I'm not surprised. So what we will do, we'll wait. So in the trace window down here, we can see the actual physical trace of the AP. So we know it's connected, we've got a signal bar going, and we'll just wait. What will happen around about 2.5 minutes, 150 seconds, both 2.4 radio and the 5 gigahertz radio reset for about 3 or 4 seconds. We've seen syslogs, and it basically says the radio state is down, and then it reassociates, radio state comes back up. Now, it does this constantly on 3 of these Cisco 2802i's on this firmware, but also on 8.5 and 8.4 and 8.3. So we've tried 4 different versions of Mobility Express, and they all do exactly the same. So if you wait, What you'll hear is a ping in the background as the radio drops. You'll see the signal here go down to 0. You'll notice the signal bar will go blank temporarily. You'll get a disassociation in the survey log window, and then it will reconnect. So we're nearing the 2.5 minute mark. So in a minute you'll see the radio drop. I'll go quiet for the moment, just watch what happens. Okay, so there's the drop. You can see we've got this drop in signal. You can see that we basically dropped here, so it tried to associate back to the Xerox Corporation on that SSID. It associated, it reassociated, and away it went. So 6:38, 6:40, 2 minutes. The bar dropped to 0. Now it's reconnected, it's fine. But in Air Magnet Survey Pro, when the engineers are doing their physical survey, when that drop occurs, they lose the signal from Survey Pro and they get a white space on the actual physical map showing that there's been no coverage from that particular point in time. Now that is a problem. Now we've been through the configs on the Mobility Express many times, rebooted it, tried different configs, we've disabled Uni 2 bands, the radios are only set for channel 1 and channel 44, everything else is disabled, they still do it. We don't know why. We haven't contacted Cisco TAC. I'm just wondering if anybody else out there in the survey world has actually seen this physical problem before, or if there's a workaround or what they did to get it to work. So we'll wait again. I just want to show you that it's doing it constantly. I know it's 2.5 minutes of boring time, but unfortunately it only does it every 2.5 minutes. So there's a pattern. We can't work out why it's doing it. We got a little bit of a blank here now because we tried many scenarios and we just can't understand what it's doing in this Mobility Express. If I put the AP into cap WAP mode, it's fine. When it's on a controller, no problem, it's stable. It's only when it's in Mobility Express and when it's in survey mode on its own. So let's just wait a few secs. We're getting close to the 2.5 minutes. I shall go quiet. And there you go. We get a disassociation on the radio. Okay, we got a second one there now, so it did it again. Maybe association problem. The logs don't really show that much, apart from that the radio state went down and then it came to back up, and there was a disassociation and a reassociation. Just a single AP in a test environment, but they all do it. There's no difference between the 3 APs we've got for the engineers. They all do exactly the same. So if anyone's got any ideas what we could try that we may have not already tried and tested, then please comment below. I would be really appreciative. Thanks for watching and hope it helps. Thank you. Bye.